is here at the back of the neck. There's halfway up his neck, just a little bit higher than that, and it's just there. Just there. Now this deals with what's called the accessory nerve. And when that's struck, the body, the brain doesn't know what's happened to the body, so it simply makes the nervous system shut down. It's also interesting to note that up here in the head, this accessory nerve is also joined to the vagus nerve. So you're also getting the carotid sinus acting upon the blood pressure to bring, acting upon the cardio inhibitory center to stop the heart as well. So if you're striking this point, it's an extremely dangerous point, and it should never be used unless it really has to be used. Because you're not only striking a nervous point, a neurological shutdown point, you're also striking to the vagus nerve, which will cause the heart to stop beating anyway. So all you need literally is either the back of your fingers like this, across the neck there like that, or there's a little bit different. In tai-chi we have a thing called cobra palm, which is like that, and the whole flat of the palm strikes on the nerve like that. But it's often easier just to tuck the thumb in and use this here. You do this in a different circumstance. It's the old James Bond rabbit chop across the neck trick, and it really does work. So we could be like, someone could be rushing at you and trying to, for instance, grapple you or something, and you see where your hand is now, it's in the exact right position to get this neurological shutdown strike on, just here. So your hand can now strike, bang, across the point here. I'll just do it lightly on Peter, just to show you what the effect of this strike is. So we're grappling here. You can actually bring your head in to hold his head in place as you do this. Right? If you don't hold the head in place, now I know what I'm doing here. If you don't, please don't do it, because you can actually cause great damage here. That was just a little strike like that. Not very hard. It's much harder, of course, when you're going to kill the person. Now, if you don't hold the head in place, what happens is you can actually break his jaw as well. Because the head, I'm not going to do this, but the head gets forced so far like this, boom, the jaw simply gets thrown out, and then when it whips back, the jaw actually gets broken. So you can actually do a number of different things striking this point here. But it's really handy for if, for instance, you've been grabbed or something, and someone here, you can get your hand around the back of the neck here. Now I could hit it actually with my knuckles here. Bang! In there with the knuckles. The person doesn't know. Quite often when people have been knocked out with this strike, they wake up and they don't even say, what happened? What happened? Because they don't realize, they don't know, for instance, your hand's around the back. Bang! They don't even feel the strike, and then they wake up and they don't know what's happened to them. The third strike, the third neurological shutdown point, is the chin here. Now once again, you're getting a number of different things happening here. What you're trying for is a nerve point strike, just under here. If you place this knuckle of this finger just under the pit of his, just under where the jaw notch, just here, and close your hand like that, and then slap it, you're going to get a neurological shutdown happening. Although you're also activating in the back of his triple warmer 17, small intestine 16, and a number of other different point strikes. So once again, you're getting point strikes. You're also right across the vagus nerve and stomach 9 point here as well as the carotid artery. So you can get a blood point knockout, you can get a neurological shutdown happening, you can also get a point knockout simply by striking this point, bang, in here. Now the hand has not got to be stiff, like, now that, all of these strikes require that the hand is loose. But this is the inexplicable part of the tai-chi training in particular. With the loose hand, different things, more seems to happen. So you're not striking like this, it's with a dead hand, like that, but that's going across the jaw here. And once again, if this is done too hard, it will actually break the jaw as well, especially if he's got his mouth open. But that's a neurological shutdown. The body doesn't know what's happening. The person will go down. I've actually done this point with policemen. They've wanted to know how it works, so I've just gone bang, that much pressure, and they're down. Now you can get into this, this is nice technique because you can use it easily. For instance, once again, if someone's just raving, running at you like, ah, there it is there. I've just already slapped him. I've used his power to rebound my hand off and into his face. Now, if I did this, for instance, just coming against this, that would be a stiff hand and it wouldn't work as well. You'd probably break his jaw, that's all. Just get a slap in the face and he'd keep coming. It's got to be a dead hand, just hold your hands tightly, which rebounds off of his hand, ah, and into the side of his jaw. It depends. Now, the harder he comes, of course, you come real hard, ah! You don't have to do anything. It's just bang, it just rebounds off into his jaw. Now, once again, you can get into this, say, for instance, just grab me around the belly or something. You try to grapple me here, you can get to it from here with my left hand, bang. I can get to it here with my right hand, bang. See, people don't want you to do this. They expect you to do this. They expect me to do this or try and grappling. They don't simply expect bang in the side of the face. They don't expect it. And so this is where these points are really useful, these neurological points for slapping the knees. Okay, the last neurological shutdown point number 5, is to the side of the face. Now we're looking at an area here, down the cheekbone, the lower part of the cheekbone, up around his face, up around his eye, back down his nose and around his ear. For some strange reason in the human body, if that is struck, not pushed or struck backwards, but like this, like that, the body will go into neurological shutdown. So all you have to aim for is just there or there on his eye, and this will happen. But it's got to be like, bah, a whipping motion, like that. Or with the back of your palm, bah, like that. So we can get at that quite easily. If, for instance, someone's bringing a hand towards you, you can bring it over this way and come straight in here to the eye. Or you can get to the other side of the eye, it doesn't matter. And all you got to do is aim the back of your palm to his cheek. And it'll just get in. This knuckle here will hit just in the right spot under his cheek. These knuckles here will hit just in the right spot over his eye. Now, once again, you're also getting a nerve point strike. This is called the fish's belly here, just above his eyebrow, right in the middle of his eyebrow. And for some reason, if you strike that as well, it works even better. And you can use it with the other hand. If he throws a punch with the other hand, bah! There it is again, straight into those points. You can use it with this hand as well. Maybe he's throwing a roundhouse punch. Bah! It's very simple, see? Bang! Straight into the spot there. Bang! Straight. If you just simply aim your hand over his eye and slap it, bah! Like that, over his eye, the person will go into neurological shutdown.